Good evening, everyone. My name is Matt Albright, as most of you know, and I'd like to share a little bit about my life story with you tonight. I grew up in the West African country of Guinea. I've been there ever since I was 2 years old when my parents decided to move there as missionaries. I mostly lived in an area known as the Fouta Djallon, where I grew up speaking Pular and had some African friends, and we would do all sorts of fun things like going in caves and climbing mountains and riding bikes and doing other crazy African things. So yeah, I was there for about 10 years. In 8th grade, I had to move off to boarding school as my parents switched ministries and we moved down south to the forest region, and my dad moved into an administrative role at a clinic. So that was a really life-changing experience as I was moved away from my parents and my younger sister, and I really didn't have time to develop that relationship as much. So I really missed a lot of my sister's life. But that being set aside, I really enjoyed my boarding school experiences as I met a lot of people at school that I would never have seen, and I made really good friends in the boys in my dorm, relationships that I've been able to keep going to this day. Some other neat things about growing up in Africa are that I have been to the highest point in West Africa. It's a neat little hike that takes you up to on the top of this mountain that's actually located on the border of 3 different countries. So you're in Guinea, Liberia, and Ivory Coast. So that's kind of a neat experience. Another thing about growing up overseas is that I've been able to do a lot of traveling. I've been through over 17 countries, with Australia being the most recent. Over Christmas break, me and my buddy went and did that. Another one of my hobbies is working on and driving motorcycles. Overseas, I was able to have a couple of them growing up, and I've actually been able to get one for college that hopefully will get me around in Texas for university. One last thing about me that I think most people find hard to accept, or just they don't really pin it on me at first, is that I really enjoy romance novels. And I know that's most guys want to admit something like that, but I love a good read, and yeah, I get it out of a lot of those, so maybe a little embarrassing for some people, but I really enjoy that. Thank you very much for your time, and good evening.